I'm James Riswick, and this is the 2027 Kia Telluride. It's all new, and it's replacing a very good and very popular SUV that proved that big three-row family haulers don't have to be bland and kind of depressing. So as a follow-up, this has big shoes to fill. This is my first time driving it. Let's give it a full Capital One Auto Navigator review. Big change one, under the hood. See, the old Telluride was V6 only. The new one now comes standard with a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, good for 274 horsepower. That is a little less than before, but 311 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot more than before. But as you can see by these purple and white interior, I'm in a different Telluride now. And this one has the available turbocharged hybrid powertrain. This produces 329 horsepower and 339 pound-feet of torque. And Kia says with front-wheel drive, it'll return 35 miles per gallon combined. Now, because of the new hybrid and because of that efficiency, it gives the new Telluride a significant advantage in a segment that has relatively few hybrid options. But more than that, this really is a performance upgrade as well. You can really tell when you're driving it. Big change two, the styling. And it does differ by trim level, most notably in the front. But regardless of whether it has, the sleeker look of most trims or the more rugged one of the X-Line and this X Pro, there's just a lot more grille and more prominent LED lighting too, which once again is amber. In the back, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and well, hopefully Range Rover is awfully flattered about what Kia has done to the back of the Telluride. Now this, again, is the X Pro, which does share that special grille with the X-Line, along with a whole lot of black lower body cladding and the raised roof rails that are more functional. But since it's an X Pro, it goes even further with extra ground clearance, 9.1 inches, that's a lot, unique suspension tuning, all-terrain tires, and an electronic limited slip differential. Basically, the X Pro is more the real deal. The X-Line, it's the poser. The new Telluride is longer, both its wheelbase and overall, and that contributes to a bit more cargo space, 22.3 cubic feet behind the third row, or 21.3 with the hybrid. But the old Telluride had one of the biggest, most functional cargo areas behind the third row of any three-row crossover, and a big part of that was the amount of space that was added when you lifted up the floor. Now, once again, there is space underneath here, but there's now these dividers and the jack, and that's going to make it harder to put luggage in here. So, although there is technically more space, I wouldn't be surprised if you can actually hold less stuff. The extra length also results in more second and third row legroom, at least on paper, but I can say that there's a ton of space back here. I'm 6'3", this seat is set for myself, got lots of room. This seat's really mounted quite high off the floor, lots of headroom, and there's some cool functionality too. There's some good cup holders here, and check out this tray and bin. As for the third row, it's easier to climb back here now. And once again, it is one of the most spacious, most comfortable three-row family crossover third rows. I also like that, this is boxy. This window, also boxy, and it results in a less claustrophobic feel when you're in the way back. The interior is definitely an evolution of the last generation. It's just sleeker and more streamlined, and part of that has to do with the decluttering that's gone on. For instance, the climate control panel has been replaced and effectively split between these toggle switches and then this touchscreen, which may or may not be blocked from your view by this Squircle steering wheel. Now, it obviously resides between the two other displays. Now, the instrument panel differs by trim level. Basically, it's prettier and more configurable in the SX trim and higher, like this X Pro. But the infotainment system, it's standard throughout the lineup. It is a 12.3-inch touchscreen using Kia's latest tech interface. It has over-the-air updates, standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the standard navigation, and generative AI voice controls. Yay. Now, personally, I'm happier that there's not only one wireless charger standard, there's two wireless charger standard. I also like that Kia kept these big, beefy grab handles on the center console and that it got rid of the old traditional shifter. Now, true, it might take a bit to get used to this twisty-turny electronic job, but I think you will, and I think you'll also appreciate all of the storage that has now been created by getting rid of that old shifter. There really aren't that many hybrids in this segment, so all of a sudden the Telluride has yet another advantage. But I want to get back to that power because it is also an advantage. This is a performance upgrade. This is a smooth, it's a strong power plant. It has lots of torque because of the turbocharger and the electric motors, and you really can feel that, especially when passing on the highway because, oh yeah, it has quite a kick to it. But even just in kind of normal driving, even at slow speeds around town, it doesn't draw attention to its hybridness. It's not weird. That's a good thing. Another change was made to the steering. Now, basically they moved the power steering motor from the column to the steering rack itself. Now that sounds like some useless car nerd trivia, but just as it did in other cars that have made a similar switch that I've experienced, it has improved things. It is more precise. It just feels less artificial now. There is some feedback. It's better. Now, there is a sport mode. It just kind of makes it unnecessarily stiff, but it does contribute to the new Telluride feeling more sophisticated. Speaking of sophistication, the ride quality. This is not a sport-tuned SUV. No. The suspension is soft, it's supple. There's actually some pitch when you turn into a corner. It almost feels like it has an air suspension. So besides looking like a Range Rover, it actually drives like one too. Or at least that's what it feels like its engineers were going for. So I think it's fair to say that a huge part of the original Telluride's appeal was its design. It was just cool, while at the same time being one of the most practical three-row family crossovers around. So I also think it's safe to say that this new one carries the torch on both fronts. But where it moves the ball forward, to switch metaphors, is with that sophistication in the driving experience. Not only does it look like a luxury SUV now, it actually drives more like one. The other area is this hybrid powertrain. Sure, you can't get it on the X Pro, which is a shame, but with its performance, with its fuel economy, this is the engine to get, and it's only about $3,000 more than an equivalent standard engine trim level. Ultimately, by building upon what really worked before, Kia has made the Telluride just that much better and that much harder to choose something else in this segment.